Sanbonani dumelang absheni goeie dag. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Holy Vibes, a show by women for women. And you know, if it's to do with a woman, then it caters for everybody. So gather up along and let's come and discuss today's hot topic. My name is Tembisile Mnisi and I'm representing the Rainbow Nation, South Africa. I'm not alone in studio today. It wouldn't be fun. So I'm with my two beautiful co-hosts from Africa. Hey, ladies.
How you doing? Salut mo chare moi one mata mokumta yangui. Hi, my name is Emilia Angui and I'm from a beautiful country called Cameroon, Africa's miniature. How you doing, Marilyn?
Sannu kumutane muna gaishe ku mu ne kuma daga Holy Vibes. Program na mataye, ku zauna ku dakata da mu. Akwai maganar da zamu yi kuma zai taimake ku. Ndewonu, this is Marilyn Johnson from Nigeria representing West Africa. This is one of your favorite shows. We'll welcome you again. But stay tuned because we'll go on a short break.
Welcome back. This is still your favorite show, Holy Vibes, a show brought to you by Women for Women, a show that's going to motivate you to become a better person that you are. In studio today, we're going to be talking a very interesting topic, following fashion or Christ. Are you following fashion or Christ? Are you a fashionista? Not a problem, but is it at the expense of your walk with Christ? It becomes a problem. So we'll be getting more about these interesting topics, following fashion or Christ.
That's a very serious one.
It is.
Following fashion
or
Christ. Yeah, what comes to my mind is that there's a point in time where the things we desire begin to take the place of God. I've seen people where they can sacrifice their last money just to get a dress or get a makeup.
There's pressure. Let's be honest. There's pressure in this world to look a certain way.
Okay.
So most of the times, you know, at churches, most of the times, people used to not care how a person is dressed. But even now, there's even pressure in churches to look a certain way. I'm telling you, churches have become a fashion show. Mm-hmm. You have to look a certain way, you have to dress a certain way. And people, they even group each other in different churches by how they are actually dressed.
Very true, Tembi.
You see, so by the way you walk in,
it's a class thing now.
It's a class.
It's a class thing now.
So the way you dress is how people actually are going to look at you and actually put you on a pedestal. They're actually going to put you there because of the way you dress. So there's pressure, you know. Yes, as much as people can say, let's not just look at it in a church form of view. Let's just look at it at a general perspective, because yes, it's easy to say, I would rather follow Christ, I'd rather follow the ways of God and not follow fashion. It's easy for us to say that, but is it easy to do?
Actually, the thing is this, the way you dress is the way you're going to be addressed.
Yeah.
Because there are places you go to, it's just by sizing you from head to toe. Now, but the problem now is we don't have the positive, it's getting more onto the negative side.
Yeah.
Where people, like you're saying, pressure, they're now going all the way out just to have a name.
Of course.
Because, like you were saying too, there are occasions you go to, they already check your label.
And you know, they'll give you a place to sit according to how you dress.
According to how you dress.
Of course.
It's not even just according to how you dress, how expensive it is.
You look.
How expensive you look. And you know, it's just so funny because somebody like me, if you're wearing the most expensive dress, I wouldn't even know. Because I don't know names and all that. But people know labels.
They do.
At a flash, they can tell you this is Domenico Vacco. They will tell you this is Gucci.
And
They
you're
tell
like,
you this
what is that? It's foreign language to me. I don't even...
Yeah, they are labels.
Yeah.
And that's why you see like some of those celebrity programs, you hear them ask you, who dressed you? Then you hear the person that gave the cut is this.
Yeah, of course.
The style
because
is
it's important.
this.
There's
and all
pressure.
That. It
There
is
a
important,
lot of
but
pressure.
we're beginning to take it above Christ. I think that's what is the whole issue
I
now.
don't have a problem with fashion. To me, it's not a problem. Looking good is good business.
It's good business,
I don't
of
refuse
course.
the fact that, or I don't deny the fact that looking good is not necessary for a woman. It becomes a problem when it derails you from your walk with Christ. When you now focus on how you look than the inside, it now becomes a problem when you don't care how you look. Following fashion is good, but I believe that women can dress beautifully, they can dress decent, but fashionable. They can dress fashionable, but decent. I think 1 Peter 3:1-5 says, the meek and quiet spirit of a truly converted Christian woman is seen in the clothing she chooses to wear. With modesty and decorum, God will look on the heart of such a woman with approval. So it's not about not looking good. It's about what you choose to wear. I want to bet you there's a reason why some body parts are called private parts.
Yeah.
You're not allowed. The Bible denies it.
It's private.
It's private. You're not allowed to show your cleavage. You're not allowed to. You understand?
Decent, be decent.
Be
Be
decent.
That says, why would God give me such a beautiful body if He doesn't want me to show it off?
Tembi,
Your
not
body,
cleaves
the Bible
that
says
attracts
your
people.
body is the temple of God. It did not say you need to go. Why ask yourself that question. Why are certain parts called my private part? Why is it called that way?
They're
Or why,
private.
They're
They're just for you.
private. It's
but
not
then
for public show.
I've still got a good body, so I'm going to show it off. Why not?
No.
But in the showing off,
Not at the
it's-
expense of your walk with Christ.
Exactly.
Sorry.
But in the showing off, the problem again is that you kind of attract what is not. Because in our present society now, fine. I know there are some countries, maybe the way they dress, nobody's even thinking of it. But in our generation, things are changing. People are becoming more perverse in their mind. So unconsciously, I'm talking to you and your cleavage is showing. Something just keeps taking my eyes there.
I'm here.
Oh, but there's
I'm
nothing here, so there's nothing
that's
there.
what I'm saying. I'm like, of course, when I talk to you, I will not even be looking at you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Mary Lee,
Yeah,
you were
see-
saying, yes, I hear you.
It's happened in
That's-
so many
I
instances
know,
where you're
I
talking to
know.
someone, even female to female.
Exactly.
You're beginning to wonder,
because you're
is
under.
this thing there?
You're like, what happened to this woman?
So the decency is no longer there.
Yeah.
Or people are wearing short and they're trying to show their hot legs. Or, you wear tight, cleaving things to the body because you want to show your shape.
Let's talk about being a Christian woman who's going to a beach. Let's talk about that.
Tell me, that's a serious one.
No, I
Okay,
need to
well,
understand.
Well, there's
Because
seven.
let her have
Yeah,
a
it's
say.
fine.
I want
yeah,
to
know.
understand. Now we're talking a Christian woman who's going to the beach. We're saying we mustn't show off our cleavage. We mustn't show off our thighs. There's certain private parts. I'm a Christian woman going to the beach. How am I expected to dress? I mean, if you're going to be saying I shouldn't be taking out my cleavage, but swimwear is swimwear. So what, am I supposed to wear a long dress to go and swim?
No. There are swim trunks that are decent. I've had one. Yeah.
Like,
there was one I
how
got.
does it look?
It was like,
How
yeah,
does it
okay,
look?
now let me describe it to you. It was like this to my chest. Then it had the small hand. Then in had a little pants. And then it had like, when a flap comes, like a little skirt. It was really decent. I felt comfortable the day I went to the beach.
What if I go,
wearing it.
I'm going shopping and then I don't find that particular one that you're talking about?
Okay.
Because I've went
I'll
to
teach you how to
fashion world.
improvise. I'll tell you how to improvise. This cyclist short,
Okay.
it sticks to the body. You can find the one that can even reach almost here. Now, if you find it, there are little vests that also, cleaves to your body. So except if you're just out for something, I know if you go into your wardrobe, you'll find something decent to wear
So
out
it's
there.
you're still saying, this is interesting. So you're still saying to me that even when you are at the beach, you need to be conscious of how you
have to be
You
conscious.
have to, as a
Yeah.
child of God, you have to. You have to be
What if
conscious.
I love wearing a bikini instead.
Then there is a
A
problem.
bikini.
There is a
If a
problem.
person, there
Well,
are
it's
girls
not
with beautiful
wrong,
bodies.
actually.
Of course, I wouldn't wear a bikini. Let's not debate that.
Okay.
Okay. not because I don't
Okay,
like
fine.
it. Honestly, if I had the body for it, I'd probably wear it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm asking now, as a Christian woman, is it now wrong for me to wear a bikini? Because I'm at a certain space where I'm at the beach and I would like to now swim. I'm going swimming. I'm not really going for other things. I'm more comfortable in a bikini than I would be in a cycling short. Because I don't think I'd be comfortable.
No,
in a
you'll be
cycling
comfortable.
short.
You're wearing a dress.
No, I
you're
wouldn't.
wearing a
Okay,
skirt
you know
now.
what? You know what,
You're
Sandy?
comfortable. You can be comfortable.
We're going swimming. We are going swimming. That's the difference. Yes, I wouldn't, at any other given time, I'm going swimming. I'm there, I'm that lady that loves to swim. And swimming in, what you're saying, cycling shorts.
Yeah, but there could be that one that could. Anyway, I understand where you're coming from. Because when you're going to the beach wear is the beach wear. But you see, sometimes it's not about me. It's about the people around me. Now, people are now distracted. People are now just watching and I'm going to feel uncomfortable if you're... Ordinarily, if I keep staring at you for the next 30 minutes, you're going to be uncomfortable.
Look, there's a certain thing about, yes, now we're talking following God of fashion. Okay. I think I think we should differentiate now. Like, of course, we need to understand that you need to be a follower of God to understand the fashion that you need to wear. But now I'm coming back to the beach part of it. Even if a person can, sometimes when people are staring at you, you know that they're staring at you because you look good. There are times when the people are staring at you that you think it's because you know that you are uncomfortable with something.
Yes, I get that vibe. There's where somebody is staring and really maybe what I'm wearing is something nice or something she's been looking for, and she's like, oh, so something like this can be found. Yeah. Do you understand? So it's two ways. But then I'm not able to tell which is which. So, but I personally, now we're not making it a thing that is a do or die or you must do. But I personally, my own opinion, I'll feel comfortable with something that is covering me and I'm not attracting too much attention. And I'm still having my beach time. I can walk around freely and not feel scared or feel uncomfortable that I walk by that man and haven't you walked by some men and they're just like, oh my world, you look. I don't think I would like to have such comments when I walk past. Yeah. There's something that happened to me when I was in the College of Education. I went there and, after secondary school, you're feeling good, you're out of home and all that. And I thought I was having fashion. I wasn't even wearing clothes that were showing my body parts. But it's just that my style was really, like all those pop stars now, you throw your hair so wide. You're wearing... yes, I did.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, and I was wearing like a jingling earring. It really looked good to me. But, a guy walked past me on campus and he said, wow. I thought the wow was a nice comment. Now, he went to my cousin and told my cousin, tell your kid's sister that I love her. If it's money, it's not a problem.
No way.
Now, I didn't have any... Do I even look like somebody that has cleavage? Jeez. Do you understand? For me, I felt, oh, no, this is it. I had to take a U-turn. So it just comes in different ways. If it's going to attract what is not or pass comments that is not, I personally wouldn't be comfortable about it. So I would rather just go a nice way, clean way, and I'm still having my Christ by my side. And people are rather telling me, oh, you look beautiful for Jesus, than telling me I'm looking beautiful for that.
Do you look beautiful for Jesus? Okay, it's all right. We want to know your comments. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? We want to know. Tell us on Facebook. We want to take a short break and then we'll be back. We just cut Emilia short. So I'm sure she's going to be talking after the break. You don't want to miss that. So stay tuned. We'll be back right now. Welcome back from the break. We hope you're still enjoying today's topic, following God or following fashion. I know it's difficult, but we know that we need to indulge in these kind of topics. So stay there and please talk to us on Facebook. We want to know your comments. We want to hear what you want to say. We want to hear what you have to say about this topic. I know it's interesting. As much as it's interesting for us, it's interesting for you. So let's indulge all together. Emilia, you were still talking before we went on the ad break.
Yes, we've been hearing how to dress in the beach, how to go out. Now let's focus a bit on church. How women should dress in church or how we should dress in church generally. How do we dress in church? I think generally, women should be decent. I believe in decency, but stylish. Let me use that word. I believe in decency, but stylish. So it's unnecessary. The way we dress communicates. I want to use this Psalms 89 verse 7 says, God is greatly to be feared in the assembly of the saints, and he should be held in reverence by all those around him. This is to mean that in coming to the presence of God, there is an attitude that is expected of every child of God. There is a behavior that is expected of you, how you present yourself to the King of Kings, to the King of Glory, to your Maker matters. It matters to God how we dress. So it matters to God how we present ourselves to him. Our clothing communicates. Your clothing communicates to you as an individual. It communicates to others. Maybe we don't know that. Your clothing communicates. People see you and they can read you from how you dress. It communicates to God. So we should be conscious as Christians. It's easier to dictate somebody out there and say, this man is a madman. based on how
His
he
dress,
or she is dressed. It is easy to say this person is from the corporate world based on how he dressed. So we should be conscious of the fact that we are going to the presence of God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. You know, most of the times people will say, I want to be comfortable. Who says giving to God is comfortable? Who says presenting yourself to God, or we want to be as smart, I want the jeans, I want to be as comfortable as possible? We're going to the King of Kings. Why do I say we want to be so comfortable in the presence of God? When we're going to parties, we plan ahead of time. We're going for a wedding. We plan ahead of time. We want to wear what is suitable for that occasion. But we want to be that casual when it comes to the things of God, which is not allowed. It matters to God how we dress. Our clothing communicates. As children of God, we should be careful with what we wear. Don't say you're a child of God, but your clothing does not reflect who you are. Our clothing should reflect. We say we preach not only by talking, but even by the way we behave, by the way we present ourselves out there. That is why Christians, most of the times, they discourage to put piercing on unnecessary places, because it communicates. You're not allowed to tattoo. It communicates. It may say something to some other person. It may communicate something to some other person and communicates, but it gives a bad image. It portrays a bad image to children of God. So we need to be decent. We need to dress properly when we're going to church. Don't dress like a whore. Sorry to use this word, but I bet you some people don't care how they dress.
I don't even have too much problem with the church thing, because if you notice very well, when people are going to church, they want to dress their best. I don't know.
Not all.
That was
Most
no,
times.
but
I didn't
that's,
say I did.
Okay.
I said most.
While you're talking, Marilyn, that was my point. I wanted, because Emilia was saying that I want to talk about how a person must dress in church. Most of the times when people want to go to church, they just want to be representable. It's after
Exactly.
church
After
where
church,
the
that
problem
is the
starts.
issue.
Because,
Yeah.
we are a representation of God
Anywhere,
wherever we go.
wherever we go,
That's why
exactly.
when I went to the point of the beach, and then you said, I don't want a person to look at me this way, because you're still a representation of God. Once
Yeah.
you start doing something that you're scared of a Christian seeing you do, then you know it's wrong.
Exactly. And the church is not just the four-wall building.
Yeah, that's
so
what
even
I'm
at your
saying.
place of at your place of work, like you said, you're representing God. So because if you look at a lot of people that even dress weird out there, check them in church on Sunday. They're well dressed.
Of course.
It's just a few that have the guts to come in then I have more problems with maybe the ushers, trying to look too catchy for people or whatever. But they have their own reason. But while she was talking, there was this quote that came to my mind.
Okay.
It said, the way you dress affects the way you are perceived. And the way you are perceived is the way you are treated. That's by Buck Rogers. So the way people perceive you is the way they will treat you. So in church, there's this, God bless you,
Sister
sister.
Marilyn. Sister Emilia, of course.
God bless
of
you,
course.
But after church,
What happens then? What happens
when I'm
then?
going to the mall, what happens? I come with my bomb shorts. I just left church wearing a flowing dress that I came to display. I just bought from Dubai. Very expensive. Now I'm in the shopping mall with my bomb shorts. And my, what is it called? I don't know,
It's a crop top. Crop
I
top.
know that
Yeah,
Tembe will
of
know
course.
this one. Do you get? So, and if they don't perceive me well, and I'm being addressed in a different way, that's the problem we're talking about.
That is why I'm not for the fact that fashion is not good. I'm for the fact that women should be modest at all times. You can dress decent, you can dress beautifully, but modest. Just like you said, church is not just a building. You understand? Everywhere you present yourself, it should be of importance. You should be conscious as a child of God. Just like I said before, you're indirectly preaching to others. This is how you're allowed to dress. We spoke earlier about values. What do you expect your kid sister to do? What do you expect? If you're portraying a particular character, if you're dressing in a particular manner, sometimes we role models to many people out there. They may not tell you. They may not tell you that you're my role model, but they like you. From a distance, they want to do what you're doing. They want to copy every step of the way. That is you preaching. Through many people, you may derail many people because you're so comfortable with, but they're looking up to you. So we need to be decent at all times, everywhere we go. Fashion is not bad, but does it affect your walk with Christ? Sometimes we go as far as purchasing things we don't plan for, not paying our tithes. You're interested in that new top that is trending. What is up? You understand? You don't pay. You at the expense of not paying your tithe. That is when it affects your walk with Christ. We're not saying that don't wear that top that is trending. Is it decent? You're good to go. Have you paid your tithe? You're good to go. Would you? You understand? You're good to. You can, don't push other important things aside at the expense of your walk with Christ.
See, as you were talking, something flashed my mind. Yeah. You know, if you've not paid your tithe, don't think of buying that dress. That's a very catchy one. If you've not sowed your seed, if you've not planned your offering, do you know sometimes we don't also plan our offerings? We just at the last minute, whatever is in your pocket is what we bring out. You can afford to take drinks, you can afford to spend 500. Exactly. Now, when you come to church, you now start scribbling. Some people go as far as even giving coins, all because we've spent our money trying to look good to come to church on
that's
Sunday.
what I said to
but
you
then
guys.
there was something I wanted to talk about that came to my mind. Have you come across a lady looking very expensive and then her Bible is so tattered?
There are people who are actually
Do you
guilty of
understand?
that,
That thing came to my mind one day when I saw my Bible and I was fiddling with it. And then something came to my mind. Will you wear a tattered dress to church?
But you can carry a Bible.
Now you
That
can
is
carry a
the
Bible,
mirror
the back
of-
is almost
Oh my
falling
Lord,
off.
Yeah.
And we say this is my manual. This is my encyclopedia. This is just my guideline. And then we don't have cognizance. But we can spend money buying the most expensive hat, the jewelry, you know. And another thing that comes to my mind again is, what do we have to say about these tattoos and piercings? Because it's also part of the fashion.
Amelia touched on that though.
I said it communicates. The way you present yourself. We're not saying that if you've done piercing, because some things are irreversible. You
that was
understand?
where I was
it's
going to.
irreversible. Some
Now-
tattoos cannot be taken
Okay.
away. Some piercings are.
I was not born again and I had tattoos. And now I'm born again, vibrating for Christ. What's going to happen?
You
can't
can't,
reverse it.
you
But then, let
can't.
me tell you an experience of a friend. She actually had a tattoo and it's somebody, her husband really loved it and he was doing it and he had to do it. But because she was working in a school, the school said they don't want such. But you know the good thing I loved about what she did? Henceforth, her shirt was long sleeve. Do you understand? So she constantly had a covering. You know, so there's now a sacrifice to pay.
That's true. Now it's
It's
a
now a
because
sacrifice
you
to
can't
pay.
you can't necessarily wear what you want to wear because you always constantly have to hide.
And you know that
whatever is
little boy,
there.
that little girl that is watching you and admiring you the way you're serving God doesn't understand the story of the
Of
tattoo.
the tattoo.
So,
Whether
you
you
know-
were born again or not, they don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he thinks, but mom, why can't I have it?
Because
She
you
has
have it, yeah,
And
of
she's
course.
serving God. I see the way she pray. So the sacrifice now is the covering.
Yeah, it's the
Shame.
But as I said when we first started, that there's pressure within people everywhere, at churches, outside of church, and everything. There's pressure to look a certain way.
You
There's
can make
pressure
a
to
difference.
fit in.
I bet you can make a difference.
dare to
You,
be
you
different.
can dare
That's
to be
true,
different.
but you see,
No,
this
you can't be like any other
We
person.
mustn't be ignorant of the fact that most of the times we want to fit in. Even at school, you don't want to be that girl. People are like, we don't want to be friends with her. We don't want to be friends with her. You want to fit in. So let's not just take it to Christianity only and,
I get your
be
point.
ignorant about the fact that we want to fit in. We want to be looked at. We want people to say, Marilyn is beautiful. We want people to say, you see. So if people are not saying that to you, you want to find that thing that makes people say, Emilia is beautiful. So now if Emilia wears a certain crop top and whatever, and people are saying to her, she's beautiful, that's what people want to follow. You know, it's not a matter of people don't want to follow God or anything like that.
I get you.
But the pressure, let's not forget the pressure that is within people looking a certain way in order to be accepted by the society. Because society accepts you when you look a certain way.
Anyway, but the problem, it now boils down to the whole fact that it's not overdone to the detriment of you serving God.
Yeah.
Like she was saying the other time, when you have not paid your tithe, you're not giving good offering, you're not doing church obligations, and then all your, you know, there's a level it gets to that it now becomes like a God. So if any money comes into your hand, the first thing you're thinking of is that
To
latest
look
dress.
at a certain, yeah.
You know, so the mind, contentment is no longer there. Like one of the devotions we read from our Daddy in the Lord, we need to learn contentment.
content,
To
yeah.
be content. So now when contentment is not there, when the spirit of competition, envy, jealousy, catches up with a
Those are
woman,
characteristics of the ungodly.
the ungodly.
Yeah.
So now when it catches up with a woman out there, you now go to extremes. Do you know, not even just Christ, it affects some women in their home. They're supposed to shop for the family, they're shopping clothes. And then they have problems.
The pressure, guys.
Is it still the pressure?
You keep
Or
saying
lack of
you
contentment?
keep saying the pressure. Would you rather somebody looks at you and say, this lady has everything she needs. That is everything that is trending, every new clothes that is trending. Or you rather somebody looks at you and say, this lady is decent. She knows how to present herself in the society. That I respect you nicely. I think that it's for you to choose. At times, I know people, I bet you, I know people who have decided to be a certain way. They're proud of it. They like it. And before you know it, others start following. Be the trend you want others to be. You must not only follow what is trending out there. Be the trend you want for others. Why do you think, how did it start? People followed others. Somebody can follow you. Your people looking up to you. The people who are calling you role model. Let them follow you by how you dress. Be yourself. Know your body. Love yourself. Dress decently. I think that's what is important. Rather they say you're decent than rather they say you're flashy to me.
How do people view you? Do they say you are decent or flashy? We want to know. Talk to us on Facebook. It's a very hot topic today. And I know we all have our different views. We want to know your views. So we'll be back shortly after this break. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back from the break. You're still tuned in to your favorite talk show. And you know how we do it. We talk about women and we want to make you a better version of yourself. So talk to us on Facebook, Holy Vibes. And please visit us on YouTube, RTM TV World. We're talking following God or following fashion. We know that it's not an easy topic to deal with. As Christian women, what should we do? How should we dress? How should we be? And we are talking here in studio with our two beautiful African sisters. We're going to be reading from our Open Heavens, and Marilyn is going to read for us.
Yeah, thank you, Tembi.
Okay.
It's always interesting reading the open heavens from our daddy in the Lord.
Because we all have our different opinions. So let's hear another opinion.
Fatherly,
A mature opinion.
not just mature,
not rich,
spiritual one.
Spiritual opinion. I love that part of it.
This is still 2013 Open Heavens, and we'll be reading from the June 13, saying following fashion or Christ. How you are dressed determine how you are received or treated. Your dressing is a part of your identity. How you dress equally affects your kingdom work. In 2 Kings chapter 1 verse 1 to 8, when the king was sick, he sent some people to inquire if he would recover or die. They met Elijah, who told them that it was a sickness unto death. In order to verify the authenticity of that prophecy, the king asked for the name of the prophet, but they could not tell because he did not disclose his name. But by the time they described the type of clothes he wore, the king immediately knew it was Elijah. Does your dressing portray you as a child of God? If you, as a minister of God, were to dress in regular clothes and not in priestly robe or cassock, will your dressing showcase you as a servant of the Most High God? If you compare what John the Baptist wore in Matthew chapter 3, verse 1 to 4, with what Elijah wore, you will find some resemblance. Who do you resemble? Who do you resemble when you dress? How is your hairdo? What of your beard? It even cuts across the beard.
It's applicable to everyone. Yeah.
How do you adorn yourself with jewelry? Moderate or loud? What kind of dresses do you put on? When Moses fled from Egypt to Midian after killing one of the Egyptians, he met the daughters of the priest of Midian and helped them. When they got home earlier than usual, their father asked why they were back home so soon. They said it was because they received protection and help from an Egyptian. That can be found in Exodus chapter 2, verse 15 to 20. he was taken for an Egyptian because he dressed like one. If you dress like the world, what follows worldly attires will equally follow you. Worldly fashion is controlled by the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, according to 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. Don't be surprised to see pride and worldly lust gaining ground in your life if you are given to worldly fashion. If you are obsessed with the latest fashion and style rather than running the heavenly race you were called into, you will find yourself running a race that God did not call you to. The unfortunate thing about this is that those who are given to worldly fashion share a common destiny with what they are given to do. Are you following Christ or fashion?
Interesting.
Very interesting.
How you dress will determine how you're perceived. Do you dress like a whore? Do you dress like a Christian? How do you dress? It perceives. People will tell you from their fruits,
You
we
shall
shall
know
know them.
them.
Yeah.
You know, the amazing description there was talking about Elijah
Yeah.
and John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Look at the disparity of time. But it said if they're to describe the way both of them look, there will be a similarity. So it means no matter how much we talk about fashion, there should still be a similarity to what it was like when our parents were still looking decent. Though the truth is that the old things are still coming in, but in a different way. But then there must be similarity of decency even in it.
You
Yeah.
see that
You know,
point where
talking
they
of that,
say-
it reminds me of the kind of trousers they used to wear. They were not showing themselves. The way those big legs trousers,
well,
like,
what do
yeah,
you
but they were
was never
decent.
fitted.
You were never
It's not the tight
The
pants
clothes
of
of
nowadays.
yeah, but
the
they were
big
decent.
legs.
Yeah, that one we can relate to. But now we've gone from the big legs to those ones that will show all your contours.
reminds me
to
of
those
what they
ones
call
that,
it.
Yeah.
So there is no
The skinny
trap.
jeans.
Yeah, the skinny jeans. So if you look, we're not dressing like our parents. We're not following the trend. They say do not be conformed by the things of the world, but be transformed by the.
But we have to evolve.
Yeah, you know
We
that
have to
trouser.
evolve.
I still want to talk
I
about
can't-
that trouser.
I cannot.
In my country, they used to call it Keep Lagos Clean.
Yeah, it's a bootleg. Yeah, it's a bootleg. I
because it
can't.
really sweeps the floor.
Of course it does. You know?
And they
But
were so
then-
decent.
We're over that
Women
time,
They were
wearing-
decent.
Yeah, women were wearing flowing dresses.
They were decent for those times, though. Let's not mistake that. I'd never really respect a person who's wearing a bootleg right now. I'd actually ask that person if they are okay. So it's fine.
Actually.
Let's just read from the
Fine,
passage
fine.
for today.
Yeah, okay, yes, let's read from the
Okay.
Bible to the passage.
Okay, so we're reading from 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 to 17. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world will pass it away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Love
Interesting.
not the
It
things
is.
See
of
what
the
I
world.
put there? It
Yeah.
means whatever is the fashion trend that we're going about crazily will pass away.
They are things of the world.
And do you know, if you look at it even in another light, when a thing comes out, everybody's crazy about it.
Yeah.
In the next 20,
It's gone. People have
20
forgotten about
days,
it. Yeah.
it's already old.
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes we really need to sit down and think and concentrate on Christ
God.
rather
Yeah,
than
of
these
course,
mundane
of
things
course, of
because
course.
they will sure pass away.
They will pass
They
away.
do. They
Yeah.
do. It's interesting that you could say that because now there was the thing you were talking about, the crop top. There was a time that it was so in fashion here, and everyone was buying it. Now someone is wearing it, and we're like, what is your problem? Where are you coming from?
Yeah, yeah.
What generation
yeah.
are you?
What, what generation are you?
You see, that's the thing. So sometimes we
So
really need
the
to.
worldly things are just, therefore a very short time. So the godly things are for, forever.
That's
Because,
eternity, you know.
It's for
the way-
eternity.
yeah, you know this dress that you are wearing right now. It can't go out of
This-
fashion.
this one
Get
you-
my
Exactly.
point.
It can't
get
go out of
fashion.
fashion.
You can't.
Very true.
It's not necessarily. You look representable.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's decent.
We
It
all
makes you
look
good.
representable.
With
Just
you.
so that
For sure. You see,
So, but it
it's-
will not pass away.
it will
like you
not
say.
pass
Yeah,
away.
it won't.
So it's always good to follow Christly things because they are more, they stay better, they stay more. And people actually, when they look at you, they say what you used to say, decent. Yeah. You look decent. Other than you look, those words that people are trying to follow. Like, I want a person to say I'm sexy. Yeah. But sexiness is something that fades. But decency stays forever. Elegance is something, it's beauty that never fades.
It comes with respect.
it comes with respect.
It comes with dignity.
Yeah, the Bible says, where your treasure is, that's where your heart
Exactly.
is. So let's invest in the things of God.
In the kingdom of
yes,
God.
Yes, in the kingdom of God, with our walk with God, rather than investing in things that will pass away. The word of God will never fade. And
So
there's
imagine-
eternity. Well, yes, the salvation. You imagine that you follow these things and then you miss heaven. It's detrimental.
There's
It's
something
disheartening.
that I learned the last time our mother in the Lord, Mommy G.O., was here for the Feast of Esther. Okay. And I think I've talked about it on this show before, where she talked about her dress and she made it less expensive compared to what they wanted her to do. She felt to spend so much large amount of money on that clothes where people are hungry. So, if we take such too, try to think when you go to shop the next time and you're taking like 20,000 rands, 1 million naira to shop clothes. Try to
What are we
flash
giving
back
at church?
and think,
What are you-
apart
what are
from
we
even
giving
church.
There's
if you're
somebody
not even
out
thinking
there
of church, that is
who does not
hungry.
have food to eat. There's
Is it
somebody-
only hungry, Emilia?
Ha!
There are some people that don't even have clothes to wear.
Clothes
And
to
these
wear.
people that are going to spend this large amount of money on clothes, if you check it, in their wardrobe, they have clothes that they have not worn for the past 3 months.
And
And people are
becomes a
out there
god.
needing.
It
It becomes a
becomes
god.
a god. You're not worshiping.
becomes an
you're not
idol.
an idol. Good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It
So,
becomes,
so let's invest in
Godly
kingdom
things.
things. Let's
Kingdom
invest
things.
in people's lives.
Of course.
Let's invest. In fact, if you don't even know what to do with the money, go and do something in the society.
yeah.
There's
It has
orphans out there,
there are
orphanage homes.
orphanages.
good.
Yeah.
It has just come to my mind that there's a woman out there. There are women out there who don't have it easy in their homes. They put their husbands under pressure because they want to meet up. Let me use that
Yes,
word.
that is
They
true.
want to
Yeah,
meet
that
up. They
trend.
want what is trending.
That is
Yeah,
true.
they
That
want
is
to,
true.
at the
They-
expense
ooh,
of
that is
so
so
please,
true.
ladies, please, let's be conscious. Fashion or Christ, it's you to choose. You can make the right decision. Every woman out there can make the right decision. I'm not saying that I'm not guilty in one way or the other. There are times I've wanted something, but when you know better, you know how to relate. Just like you said, we want to feed in. Watch out.
What I've learned to also do, whenever I enter a shop and I want to buy something, I ask myself, do I really need it? Do you need it? Good. Then I try to think twice. Sometimes it doesn't come. But by the time I'm still parading, I have a rethink. Do you really need it? There's this thing in my country, in the eastern parts, that they call August meeting. They had even had to act it as a movie, before.
I know
You've seen it before. Tembi, you need to see it. Now you will really see the flamboyant side of Nigerians. And that's covetousness. Now it's a meeting they do yearly. But if they're going to go, these women really need to look good. So they're trying to represent what nobody's asking them to represent. Even when there's no food in the house. There were women that used their school, the school fee money for, you understand, to shop, buy expensive jewelry. There were some that had to even go into fetish things. So it's as terrible as that. So women, we're encouraging ourselves, let's be contented. It's not all about the fashion. It's not all about wanting to be like the next person. The other person you want to be like, you don't even know where she got her money from. Some of them had to go do odd things that you don't even like to do, but you're competing with them, and they are even admiring you.
Yeah, of course.
And you are there wanting to be like them.
Be like them, yeah.
And causing problem in your family, fighting your husband because you want to look like the other person. Let's learn to be contented. And if you have the money so much to buy clothes, try to remember that there are people out there who don't have clothes. There are people who have not even eaten anything. And there's a lot to do in the kingdom of God. We need to spread the gospel. Even the Bible says, by true prosperity, my kingdom shall be spread abroad. And we're in the end time, we're in the last days. People really need to be preached to. It would be nice if you take that money, go to your pastor and say, can we make tracts? it will be nice if you come to RTM and contribute to a program like this, where we'll be able to reach more people, where we'll be able to talk to other people, and then, impact lives. So these are the things. That's why we have Christian channels, because we have channels now that's just making people go into things that they should not. And that's why our daddy in the Lord bought into this vision of this Christian channel, so that talk shows like this, and then we could bring programs for your children, programs for teenagers, even run weekly activities where they could be brought to the church and be taught values of Christ. Let's invest our money to kingdom things and keep off this fashion. Are you following fashion or Christ?
Hey, need I say more? She's already spoken a mouthful. So talk to us. Let us know what you think, what you feel, how you feel, and what Marilyn is talking about. Please do take it into consideration. You can get us on Facebook, Holy Vibes, and on YouTube, RTM TV. Well, don't forget. And like us, please. Whatever, when you watch, please do like our show. And from us, the ladies, we are saying peace
Au revoir.
out.
It's au revoir.